back into Main Street living. Now, anyone who has had pets knows that they very quickly become members of the family. Cheryl loves her kitties so much that she actually brought one with her to New York so she wouldn't be without her fur babies while she's working there this spring.
I did, and oh gosh, it makes my life so much better. My kitties are my babies, and I cannot imagine having something bad happen to them, or God forbid, having them get lost. Nina Thompson with the San Diego Humane Society is here with tips for how to keep our furry family members safe this summer, and this is so important. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Thank you for having me.
So the San Diego Humane Society is pushing out an awareness campaign to help pet owners keep their fur babies from getting lost. How big of a problem is this? Just hearing that just gives me the chills.
It's a huge problem. 1 in 3 pets will get lost in their lifetime. 1 in 3. So just to give you an example, we had 94 stray pets come into San Diego Humane Society just yesterday, about 20,000 in a year. So it's a very big problem.
Huge problem. And 1 in 3, like that's incredibly high. Like, what are some of the situations that lead to pets becoming lost?
There are so many different situations, and it's mostly the unexpected. You know, a pet gets frightened and runs away. It could be a trash truck. It could be construction. It could be a nail gun. But it could also be that they see another wild animal and just take off. We so often hear, oh, my dog doesn't run away, or, you know, my dog can be off leash. But if there's a bunny that comes across the street, or they get frightened by something unexpected, they may run away. But it's also open doors and open gates. So if somebody, for example, is visiting, a pet might sneak out through the door. Or if you have a contractor or a service person come to your home and they leave the gate open and you don't check before you let your pet out. So there's so many different situations where a pet can become lost.
Yeah, and also people who have indoor-outdoor cats, for example. I don't do that. Mine are all indoors, but that can be scary too, because what happens when they don't come back? You don't know what happened to them. And so as we head into summer too, you don't want your pets to get separated from you. But what are some other things that can happen in the summertime?
Well, the 4th of July, especially, we see fireworks all the time in San Diego throughout the summer and actually throughout the year. But the fireworks are especially loud on the 4th of July. And that is our busiest time. The 3 days following the 4th of July are just our busiest time for stray pets. So there's the parties, there's the barbecues, there's the having people come in and out of your house. So it's really important to plan if you're going to have a gathering, to have a plan, to have your pet in a secure area to make sure they're not getting in and out. If there's fireworks, for example, don't bring your pets to a fireworks show. No. Never, ever do that. They don't enjoy it. It's too loud and too scary. But also make sure they're in a secure place at home where they have a sanctuary, where they feel safe. They have their favorite toy, their bed, maybe the TV on, because they can become very destructive just out of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Like, they gave us for our newly adopted pet a lick pad. So if your pet gets a little nervous with those noise, you can let them lick on this pad. Maybe put some pumpkin, something on it. Yeah. But if you do realize that your pet is missing, what are the first steps you should take to try to find them?
The first step really these days is to post on social media and also look on social media. If you're part of local groups in your neighborhood, chances are that your neighbor has your pet. They may have been found. So post about your pet on social media and check about your pet on social media. In San Diego, let us know at San Diego Humane Society. We post all pets who have come into us lost on our website, so we can find, so you can look there, and then we can also look on other social media sites to see if there are any posts about missing pets. But post on social media, let your local Humane Society or county shelter, whoever's your animal services provider, know that you're looking for your pet. But so many times the pet is just a few blocks away, not necessarily at the shelter.
Yeah, one thing I've heard too, if you lose a cat, is to put the dirty litter box outside as well, because that way they'll be attracted back to the scent. So that can be something that's important. And I love that you said social media, because so many neighborhoods and communities have the lost and found pet group. So if you're not in San Diego, Google that and look on your Facebook and find the group in your area and get on that, become a member. I think that's crucial. And so you want to be proactive and getting reunited with your pet. And one other thing that I love is microchipping. So let's talk a little bit about that. Collars, microchips, license. What else should you be doing?
Yeah, exactly. Those are the main things. Number one is to make sure that your pet has a collar. Even if you say that it's an indoor cat, please have a collar on your cat with an ID tag so that if your cat does get out, somebody can easily know where the cat belongs. So collars with tags that have updated information. Something as simple as writing their name and your phone number on their collar with a Sharpie, if you don't have a tag, will do wonders in reuniting a stray pet with their family. Microchipping is huge because that's something that can't fall off. So microchip your pet, make sure the information is up to date with that microchip. So if you're moving or if you changed your phone number, let the microchipping company know so that all the information is up to date. Any veterinary place, any shelter can scan. A lot of fire stations, some libraries, they have microchip scanners so they can scan your pet, and that way you can reunite quickly with your pet. Licensing for dogs, it's the law. We want to make sure that your dog has a rabies vaccine. The license is another way to get your animal home quickly, because if there's a license tag associated with your pet, the animal services provider in your community in San Diego, it's San Diego Humane Society, will be able to quickly locate you and get your pet back to you.
Yeah, and that's so cool because I know, it's not just in San Diego, but I would assume all of the other humane societies all over the country probably have these techniques. And that's some pretty cool ways to handle if your pet does get lost. Now, really quick, how can viewers get more information?
We have all this information on our website, sdhumane.org. If you add a /protect there, sdhumane.org/protect, all of the information is there, the resources. Also, if you found a pet, what to do, post about that pet on social media before you take the pet to a shelter. So all those resources are there.
I'm glad you mentioned that real quick. If you find a pet, don't automatically assume that it's a stray and say, ooh, I'm going to keep it, or don't keep it in your house. You have to make those calls, right? Post on social media, make those calls. And do you take the pet to a shelter?
So our ask of the community is, if you can, hang on to the pet in your home, because by taking them to the shelter, that might be 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away. So if you can hang on to the pet and post about that pet on social media first, if it's for 2 hours, 24 hours, even up to 48 hours, if there's an owner in your neighborhood, they're going to find somebody who knows, or somebody who saw something on social media and say, oh, I know so-and-so has your pet. If that doesn't work, absolutely, let us know right away. If you have a found pet, let us know right away. But if you can avoid bringing the pet to the shelter, that skips an intake for that animal. That animal might get stuck at the shelter. Currently, San Diego Humane Society has a record number of animals. We have more than 2,200 animals at our shelter. So if we can avoid having an animal who is stray and possibly has their owner nearby come in through our doors, that's our main ask. If you can help locate the owner on your own first, that's the best way to go. Of course, we're here for any animal who needs us.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Stopping by.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, Cheryl, some great information. And up next, we got some cool information that we're going to see. We're still celebrating AAPI Heritage Month, and it is delicious. Stay right there.